Good Friday evening, Sim Truckers. This is Z-Man Trucker back at you. Okay, listen, we're sitting here in Jackson, Mississippi where we left off. I do have a garage here. I switched to another truck. This is an old Pete. It's a I think it's a 281 to 351. 505 horse Cummins engine in 18 speed, 363 gear differential. And I think it has auto retarder on it. I put Bridgestone tires on the thing, little fancy little paint job in the front. And anyway, listen, we're heading into town, pick up a load of frozen vegetables, which we are going to take out to Amarillo, Texas. So let's get to it.
Time to hit the road.
This is an old bird. Yeah. And it's 11:36 a.m. on a Sunday morning now. Sim time. Alrighty. Okay. It's fun driving some of these old rigs. And they have styles, I mentioned to you before. Unlike most of the new trucks today, I mean, if you look at the present day Pete's, Ken's, Freightliners, and they all look the same. It's just like they did with the cars, is that they have no style to them. It's all about aerodynamics and that kind of thing. Trying to work my way back to my main headquarters is actually Roswell, New Mexico. Because when I start my game, the U.S. map is not available. The only thing that is available are the 5 states that were created by SCS developers of ATS. And again, if I haven't mentioned it to you or you haven't seen that, I heard me tell you this, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, California, Utah, Oregon, and Washington State. Those are the states that they have actually made. All the rest of this, like where I'm at right now, is done by third-party developers. Alright, it has nothing to do with SCS. So when I get back into New Mexico, you'll see quite a contrast in what you're looking at. Because what you're looking at here is sort of generic. You can go to just about any place in where the map has been created. They use a lot of generic stuff. But it looks nice. It gives you the feel. It's better than the northern half of the country is basically barren, has nothing, maybe 1 or 2 states, and in between you're driving to endless green grass, and that's it, nothing. So, but when we get out to the Midwest here, you'll see what I'm talking about. I have no clue where this load is, but I'm 18 minutes out from it, sim time. Yep, don't grind the gears, Dave. Okay, let's see if I can squeeze out here. Yeah, this fellow who did the USA map and keeps up with all the upgrades did a very good job. He, and it's a freeware. It's not a DLC. You don't have to pay for this, and that's amazing. I mean, I'd actually pay the guy to complete the East Coast all the way up to New York. But I appreciate the fact that most of our trucks come from, like this one. These are all third-party developers. We only have 4 truck series that actually, that literally actually come with the sim. And that's the Pete Series, Kenworth, Volvo, and I think we just got the International Lone Star, or we just got the Lone Star. So, other than that, every other truck that's in this simulation is done by other developers, third party. Just to cover it all, I'll just say third party developers. Well, we're back at the airport here in Jackson, Mississippi. Or, okay, we'll say I'm at the airport here. Last airport we were in Huntsville. Okay, told me to turn right. Okay, let's see. Here's our marker. Okay, let's see what it is we're picking up. Amarillo, Texas. I could have taken a short trip to Lafayette, Louisiana, but you can see right here, this is a long trip. So you can ride with me, for a while. I didn't see any markings on this trailer, so we're looking for 2 white lines in between the lines that are already there. That's how I know where my load is. And it is a reefer. This looks like it right here. Alright, that's it. I see the 2 white lines there. Whoop, hit the curb. Okay. Let's see, what does it say the travel time is? It says 13 hours and 19 minutes game time. That's 646 miles. I'll probably do the whole thing, but obviously I don't expect you to watch it all. Probably talking about a half hour here. You gonna let me out? Thank you. Don't get too close there, Charger. No, you're not a Charger. You're just a yeah, you are a Charger. Four-door Charger. Alright.
Turn left.
Alright, this truck is a little noisy, so we'll turn up our CB radio a little bit.
You're just feeding him. And by the same you're just going to feed him, but he won't attack you. Trust me, he won't attack you. He'll get at you another way.
Okay, making a right, sweet lady. If you hear me clearing my throat on occasion, it's only because I just got off work. I mentioned before I work on a swing shift in a machine shop. So the air in the machine shop is pretty nasty. So you might hear me clear my throat on an occasion. North 55. This truck is made for heavy loads. Like I said, it's only about 505 horsepower, but 2,400 RPM top, and it's an 18-speed with a 363 gear differential. So, you know, might take a little bit to get up to speed, but it damn sure can haul heavy load. Because it's using a higher gear. Yes, I see it.
Keep left.
I'll give you a warning. Do not be there Saturday. You won't know when I'm coming or how I'm coming when. Hang on, Saturday night's my night. I'm going to say, what do you reckon I should say? In any case, revert.
We're still in Jackson. Pretty good sized city.
Keep left.
With this 363 differential, you can hear that the engine rev is a little bit higher, which is fine. I mean, I normally use a 308 or a 323 or the 360. It all depends on the terrain. But I want to use this truck to get me out to New Mexico. So I won't change over in Amarillo. In fact, I don't even think I have a garage anywhere in Texas. Yeah, this is a nice driving truck. I like it a lot. I also like the old sound. Vicksburg discovered it. Okay. Go, 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 go. What are you stopping for? Holy Christmas. Truck engine is kind of drowning out the CB a little bit, which is fine. I mean, they're just trash talking anyway, so. Alright, we're now in Louisiana, and I got a way station already. Every time you cross the state border, you got a darn way station to go to. Okay, 71,000 plus pounds. Okay. I think we're on Interstate 55 west, but I'm not absolutely sure. I don't have a map in front of me. I have a map. I gotta push a button and I can open it up in the window. But I try not to open up too many windows when I'm driving. I have to when I adjust the volume on the radio. They haven't giving you controls in the setup. You had to turn the radio volumes up and down. Very cloudy. I wouldn't surprise getting rain, although getting out here to Louisiana into Texas, it's not like a big rainy area. More worry about things like tornadoes and stuff like that. But the sim doesn't tell me what time of the year it is.
Keep left.
But I'm sure over time, little things like that, because I don't believe we really have true seasons. I've never seen snow accumulating on the highways and stuff. There are mods where I can add snow, but not on the highway, only in the grass. So I don't, presently, I don't see seasons in this simulation. You got to understand that this game originated years ago by the same company, but it was called 18 Wheels of Steel. And they had a series back then. That's when I first got involved in this game, and I've been following this thing for years now. They had ice road truckers, they had, all kinds of stuff, but it's gotten a lot more sophisticated through the years, and with every upgrade and update, from the Steam community and the people that, developers, this simulation has come a very, very long way from this version, this American Truck Sim. I think when I got involved in this version of it, probably was about 128, 1.28, maybe a little earlier, because now we're up to 136 plus. We still got 9 hours sim time. Very hard to do that outside. I've mentioned previously in my videos that I don't teach anybody anything about the game. That's not what it's about. There's a zillion people out there that make YouTube videos that explains all the pros and cons, the critiques and all that of the sim. But there's also a couple of us, we just like to drive. All right, we're passing through Shreveport. We just like to get out and do virtual driving around the country. And we, instead of blah, blah, blah about this and the game and that and all the other crapola, we try to set ourselves up as if we're actually driving real routes around the country. I have my own company. It's called Zales Trucking, and that is based out of Roswell. My main truck is a 579 Peterbilt. It's yellow with the black logo on it. And maybe once I get into Roswell, I might just load that truck in to this sim. I have it in my regular game, but not in my cheat game. This, as I mentioned before, I call this a cheat game because I use a cheat engine to create the finances to have all these garages and to have all these trucks so I can do YouTube videos. But in my real play, I don't have all that. I have one truck, and that's that Peterbilt 579 in yellow with my black logo. All right, we're approaching Texas. There's the sign right there and the flag. Welcome to Texas. Now here's where the scenery, the terrain, starts to get a little barren. Again, this is not developed by SCS Simulation. This is made by the developer of the USA mod. And he does whatever he does to parts of the country, mostly the southern half of the country, whatever he wants. It's his preference. So, I mean, there was a point in the early versions of his work where we didn't even have trees on this route right here. I'm not quite sure if I'm on well, I'm coming up to a sign here in a second. I think this is Interstate 40 or Interstate 20. I'm not sure. It's Interstate 20. Whoop, the end of the road. Yeah, this is Interstate 20 west. We're down to 7 hours. So you're talking about another 10 minutes or so of real world time. When you look at the SCS states that they have developed, wherever you look, there's something going on, which is the way it is in the real world. Very, very rarely do you drive for hours and see nothing but trees. So, but I'm grateful for this developer, whoever he is. I would actually support him if I knew who he was. Now I'd donate to his, making this, upgrading and maintaining this mod. Because after a while it was getting boring just driving out in the west and the Pacific West. Even though the scenery and everything about it is 1,000% different than what you're looking at right now. All right, it's 4:32 p.m. We started at 11:30 a.m. out of Jackson. Road signs, something going on up ahead. A lane closed. Yeah. Okay, little road work. Alright, we're approaching Tyler, Texas.
Australia, that's 221 Arizona calling.
Now there's the good evidence of barrenness. Right out there to my left and right. Barren as hell. When you get close to a city like this is, we're coming up close to Tyler, then you'll see something.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch, gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
The radio is beautiful, you know, as you talk. Even though guys get out there, understand they aren't talking about anything, you know.
I can make a trip to her, but she can't make a trip to me.
Break down.
Hello, hello? Hello?
Steaming fever.
Is there something wrong with my modulation? I just don't want to lose my modulation.
Sorry for that little stutter. Whenever I hit the radio button, it kind of freezes for a second till the screen comes up. Now there's barrenness right there. And that's how it is all up in the northern part of the country, because the developer for this mod hasn't gone that far. So that's why I don't go up there. And like I said, the only thing between me, Mississippi and New Mexico is Texas right here. And yeah, so that's a good reason why I'm heading back out west, just for the scenery. I just wanted to bring you people along for, I call it kind of like my trek around America, as much as possible. We're approaching Dallas. They got the buildings and the cities, but not much landscape out here. Yeah, that's why I don't drive out here. To the USA Interstate map, Google Map, which is what this is available, and that's what they build on. So developers are just trying to fill in the blanks until SCS makes the states. Now, so far, 5 states, as I mentioned previously, when I first purchased this version of 18 Wheels of Steel, which is now called American Truck Sim, version 128, there were just 3 states. There was New Mexico, Arizona, of course, no, not even New Mexico. It was Arizona, Nevada, and California. That was it. So since 2016, we've gotten New Mexico, Oregon, Washington, and Utah. And the next one they got coming out is Idaho. How exciting, Idaho. It'd be nice to see them switch off and go to the East Coast and work their way, but they're not going to do that. Oh my God, is this barren or what? We just went to Houston back there. I mean Fort Worth. We're still on Interstate 20. This is what your Google terrain map looks like when it's not populated. But it's accurate, so as much as it can be accurate. I don't know how they do the scaling in this. I've come to the conclusion that about an hour and a half real time, 5.5 minutes real time comes out to about an hour game time based on my driving 65 miles an hour. This is the part of the drive where you can just scroll forward and get up towards the end, because even when I get to Amarillo, it's not going to be any much better than this. And when I get to Amarillo, I might just automatically move my truck to Roswell, New Mexico, because that's only about a 20-minute trip out of nowhere, rather than to start out of Amarillo. But we'll see when I get there. It's not going to be a very popular video, this one, because of this lack of anything out here. if I can get this bad boy up to 70 miles an hour. Or 75. That's what the speed limit is. She's geared so high. 73 is about the top I'm going to get out of this. Listen to her whine. Abilene. Now it's raining? Are you kidding me out here in this dust bowl of Texas?
They've been doing this for years. In fact, I can remember about 10 years ago when I was really into CB radios. These guys were looking at it. It's not just one guy, but there does seem to be a sort of leader of lower pockets of the mountains. At least my location being in central Michigan. But it's actually somewhat confusing if you sit and listen to them for a while. They're arguing back and forth. They're always trying to overpower each other, and you can always tell when they're both talking simultaneously. Anybody who has a CBA knows what that's all about. But they're really chatty this morning, and they're just really funny. I didn't even know where they were from.
Oh, those clouds are moving up there too. Be my luck to hit a tornado.
But it sounds like there's probably about 4 or 5 guys. They're probably coast to coast. It's like the east of Wisconsin. But anyway, if you have a CB radio and you're anywhere in the States or Canada or even Mexico, you can probably pick up on these guys. And they're pretty funny sometimes, but they do get annoying.
Now we're on State Road 64.
It seems like when one of them starts to talk, the other one's talking.
I was hoping to get on the old 66.
But anyway, they're pretty funny actually. But I couldn't sit and listen to them all day. Occasionally I'll switch channel 6, but they like the
I was stationed in Amarillo Air Force Base back in 63. That's when 66 was very popular. Oh, I just gave my age away.
That's pretty much the gist of it right there. It goes on all day long.
That's all right.
Probably,
Some people just don't want to grow up. I'm a kid forever. Whoa!
It sounds like you said St. Louis.
Wow!
So they're probably running,
Wasn't expecting that.
Maybe 10, 20,000 watts, I would assume.
Wow!
There's a big
Stoplight out in the middle of the boondocks.
stuffy antenna, so it's actually doing a pretty good job on that. And you'll spend $400 or $500.
Whoa! Boy, was that close!
I can pretty much make all this clear $5,000 maxed out. So I mean, it's just kind of funny if you ever get the
Okay,
chance to
settle
see
down,
these
truck.
things.
I don't edit my videos, so if I screw up, then I show it. Yeah, we'll get back down to 65 again with this weather. I got lucky back there. If that would have ended this trip, I would have had to been pulled in to a garage. Somebody else would have had to come out and get my load. These windshield wipers are pretty crappy. Barely getting the water off the windows.
Hey, you're sitting over there on the plus side of the 30 dB on my radio, man. You're doing the same, man, brother. You sound real good, man. You're putting it all the way over to the right. You're putting it all the way over to the right, man. It's all nothing but you, man. 250. Your friend C20 ain't got down.
And there's the convertible I was telling you about. Pouring rain in the convertible. I'm in Post, Texas, whatever the hell that is. We're about 7 minutes out from Amarillo, real time. Road 84 in Lubbock.
That's right, man. You sound good.
Put my
23.
brights on.
Man, I'm just on the
Yeah, these are really crappy windshield wipers.
Just a little old bumpy radio, man, sitting on a base station. 12 volts feeding into it there. Of course, that's not all I got in here. Got it in a bit of transistorized. Going into it. Final two. This one old monster.
Turn
And I
left.
got all the way down.
It's dark as hell. Put it in gear, Dave. Bright lights on. We're still moving through Lubbock. We're about an hour and a half out. Sim time. If I was on a two-lane road with oncoming traffic, they would be blinking their lights for me to turn off my bright lights. But I don't seem to have the problem on the main highways. Plainville, Texas. Plainview, not Ville. View. Plainview. Now 11:45 p.m. Ooh, Greyhound bus. Okay, we're getting close.
Zero, yeah, you got your face up a fan club out there, the fucker. Sound like you got a fan club out there, 250, man. You rapping needles. Man, you rapping the needle on the radio about 3 times. Sitting over there on the 30. Sitting over there on the 3 on the 30. Needle all over the right side, man. Man, the needle was going around the radio and going around the radio about 2-3 times like musical chairs, man. It sounded good, man. Hey, man, don't listen to no dumb fucking lies out there, man. You always sounded good, man. You always dropping the head down. That's right, man. Your brain Z20 just got down.
Alright, very shortly we'll be there. I appreciate those of you who stuck it out. Yes, dear. Okay, we are in Amarillo. We'll drop this load and end this video. And I will decide in between this video whether or not I'm just going to defer the rest of Texas since it's so barren and just start out my next video in Roswell, New Mexico. Cut me right off, that son of a biscuit.
That's what happens, man. Is the humidity's getting high.
Okay.
Getting higher. The humidity's high. And you're running a big power, man.
So this load is going to a Walmart.
Lighten up, man. It starts modulating, man. You can hear your dumb fucking audio, man, coming out of the fire.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
You thought I was going to say, son of a bitch, didn't you?
Alright guys, I'm going to let you go right here. Here we are in Amarillo, Texas. And like I said, I'll make the decision here whether I'm going to begin our trip to Roswell right here from Amarillo, which means some more boring driving because I'm going to get some rest, so it'll be daytime rest within the simulation. And so it'll be daytime. And I hate barren landscapes, so anyway, I'll catch you on the next video. Appreciate you riding with me. I hope you always ride with me on shotgun. It's fun doing this. Alright, catch you on the flip-flop.